couple close games on the road this past week. Just how beneficial do you think it is to play in tight games like that, going down the home stretch of the season towards Big Sky tournament play?
I think it's really important to play games like this. Obviously, we didn't play as well as we hoped, but I think it's a really great learning opportunity going into Big Sky tournament.
What do you think you personally gained or learned the most from the first matchup with Montana?
Just that if we come out like how we know we can, then we're basically unstoppable. If we just play like our principles.
Is there anything about the road that has been challenging for you guys at all?
That's a good question. I know that it's kind of seemed like we've struggled a little bit, but I think we're just learning and working through that, and so I'm excited for Montana this weekend.
Yeah, do you guys kind of embrace going on the road, going into other environments and kind of silencing that home crowd?
Yeah, I think that's been a big thing, especially moving forward. These last couple road trips, I know we've, like I said, struggled a little bit, but I think we're really looking forward to embracing these next road trips, especially where we're going to be more on the road the end of the season.
After Idaho, to get out to a huge lead and then be able to pull it out at the end, just how important it was and impactful was that part?
I think just kind of showing ourselves that we can still win even when we don't play how we know we can play. So just again, holding the standard and playing like how we know we should and can.
You're of course not from Montana, but you are from pretty close by. Did you have any kind of relationship with the game or with this rivalry, like as you were growing up, like kind of close by in Idaho, or like once you start being recruited?
Not before, but once I started being recruited, you definitely start to watch the rivalry, and I had a similar rivalry in high school where it was pretty intense, but I know this one's more intense, and I know the home game didn't really show that because we kind of thumped them, but I'm really excited for this next game on the road.
Who was your high school rival?
Sugar Salem.
Oh yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're pretty successful. We beat them a couple times while I was there, but it was intense.
How was going to Pocatello? Was that pretty special for you to be pretty close to?
Yes, it was really special. I had a lot of family come to that game. That was fun.
And you just kind of mentioned there, you thumped Montana the first time around here. Going into this second matchup, what's kind of the mindset to not get complacent, realize that we still need to play Bobcat basketball?
Today, Coach Bin is amazing, and she showed us what the standard is like, and she held the bar really high in practice today, and I think we all worked really hard and got better from a communication standpoint, holding the standard defensively. The list goes on.
I'm not quite sure what the dividing line is that Coach Ben uses, but she has said in the past that after a certain amount of time, freshmen are no longer freshmen, like they are upperclassmen also. Do you think that you or your class have kind of hit that point? Like, do you feel like a freshman still, or do you feel a little more experienced?
That's a good question. I would say there's moments where you're just a little unsure, but I think it's really helpful to have upperclassmen just kind of step in and teach you and lead you, and then from that point, like at this point in the season, everyone needs to be a leader in their own aspect, and so I would say yes and no, both.
What do you think is your leadership aspect?
I'd say communication, just being loud, bringing energy, and just communicating what I know as a freshman. So
just looking at the season stats for this team, I was surprised earlier this week. You're fourth on this team in made field goals, and I mean this a question in a very positive way. Did you expect to come into this season being so aggressive, or is that just kind of how your role has kind of come together?
I think that's something you always hope for, and so I think that's something. Something you always hope for. I think something that I was like, if I play how I know I can play, that's some potential, but you never know, because all of our team is really talented and anyone can score that on any given night, and so I think I've just been really happy with how I've been performing, especially on home games. So
do you feel like you've gotten into a rhythm, maybe especially offensively, and like you know now how to get to like specific spots where you can be effective?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I would say it's a work in progress, but we're definitely on the upward trend. So.
And Jamison said the biggest adjustment for her was adjusting to the speed of the game at the college level. For you, what was one of the biggest adjustments? And at this point of the season, what area do you feel like you've grown the most in your first year here?
I would say the speed of a game is a good one, and just mostly making decisions at the speed of the game. I wouldn't say it's hard for me to play at this speed, but honestly just making decisions at this speed, because you have to make decisions a lot quicker, and so that's one area that I think has been improving a lot in my game.
How cool is it to watch Taylor done what she's done this year and be a part of it as well?
It's been so fun. She's such a great teammate and super fun to practice with and play with. She's super kind and a great leader, and she just dominates out there, so that's been really fun.